Welcome back to Streamline Entertainment. It is Marvin speaking. We're just going to go back into the case of D4vd, born David Anthony Burke on March the 28th, 2005. He is an American alternative and R&B singer known for his breakout viral hit Romantic Homicide in September 2025. His tour and album promotion was suspended after the body of a missing teenager, Celeste Rivers Hernandez, was found in an impound Tesla registered to him. Early start, D4vd began making music in 2000 to avoid copyright strikes on his Fortnite gameplay videos on YouTube. He made his earliest music on a free digital audio workstation DAW called BandLab using his phone. Rise to fame, he went viral on TikTok in 2022 with snippets of his song, leading to the official release of Romantic Homicide in July. And Here With Me in September, the success led to a record deal with Darkroom and Interscope Records. And so he became famous very, very quickly. So he must have some talent there. I don't know a lot about him, but I've recently been looking into him, to be honest with you. September 2025 investigation. This was September the 8th, people. Police discovered the decomposed body of a teenager later identified as 15-year-old Celeste Rivers Hernandez in the front trunk of an impounded Tesla. The car was registered in D4vd's name and had been towed after being abandoned in the Hollywood Hills. Cancellations tour an album after the identification of the body. D4vd cancelled the remaining dates of his world tour and shelved the deluxe edition of his album, Withered, which was planned for release on September the 19th. Investigation status: as of October the 9th, 2008, the Los Angeles Police Department, LAPD, has not named D4vd as a suspect because the cause of death is still under investigations. Authorities executed a search warrant at a Hollywood Hill property previously occupied by D4vd, who has since moved out. D4vd has hired prominent criminal defense attorney Blair Burke and is reportedly cooperating with the investigations. Victim and possible connection: Rivers has been reported missing in April 2024 at the age of 30, and reports suggest possible connections between Rivas and D4vd, including a song with lyrics referencing Celeste reports from Rivers' mother of a half and a boyfriend named David with matching tattoos. And obviously there are a lot of youngsters talking about this case as well, which know a hell of a lot more than what I do. But I will tell you something, that obviously her being underage and him being, what, 20 or 21, and he knew her 2 years ago, so that would have made him like 18, 19. That doesn't look good to me, to be honest with you, because there are sort of TikTok videos which are all, some of them are over the net, and basically, he's seen to be in one or two of them as well, which is quite bizarre. Were they an item? He says that they were friends. But like I said, she obviously, sadly, she's died and can't speak up for herself. But it is bizarre that he's 18 and he's hanging out with someone that was 13 back then. And they did seem pretty close, to be honest with you. And there are articles and people talking about that. He paid people to be quiet about their relationship. But like I said, it's all speculation. Nothing's proven at the end of the day. But it is odd to me that, and people are speculating, is that one of the reasons why he got rid of her? I'm not sure whether he killed her or not, to be honest with you, but the police basically as saying that they don't really at this moment see him as a suspect, and he's doing everything. He's got a lawyer and he's doing everything possible to help the police and investigators.
I know I'm gonna ruffle some feathers. Y'all might get mad, but I really don't think he did it. First, I do want to say rest in peace to Celeste. It is fucking horrible, horrific what happened to her. And whomever did this to her should absolutely be punished. And if that person is David, well, he should absolutely be punished. But if we really think about everything logically, it really does not make sense. So from what we know, the car was reported because it had been sitting parked on the street for a while and no one moved it. So we know, according to documents, there was an 11-day time span from when the car was first ticketed to when it was impounded. So we'll say, allegedly, if Celeste's body had been in that car from even during that time frame, that 11-day time frame, You mean to tell me that the police officer who ticketed the car, who marked the car, didn't smell anything? The tow truck driver who impounded the car, who has to inspect the car, they have to inspect the car in order to complete their documents. They didn't smell anything? It wasn't until the car got to the impound lot that people were complaining of the smell coming from the car, and that's when Celeste's body was discovered. So to me, that sounds like someone put that body in that car when they got to the impound lot. Mm-hmm. And we know David has been on tour. There was a break, if I'm not mistaken, I will have to go back and double check this. But there was a break David had on his tour. I believe it was like September 1st to like maybe the 3rd. I could be wrong. But people were saying, well, David went home after that. He showed a video of him getting on a private jet. He went home. His home, I believe he went to, was in Texas. Because it only makes sense. He flew to Texas to perform in Austin with Cali Uchis. So, being that David is from Texas, I believe his family lives in Texas, wouldn't it make sense for him to go home in Texas? And then people are like, well, he took a picture of his room. If you look at that room, his house in LA, or his manager's house in LA, whoever house it is, that house does not have carpet. Or two, really look at the room. Does that really look like a room that would fit into a multi-million-dollar house? Let's be honest. So when would David have the time to go back to LA, allegedly unalive Celeste, and then go back on tour? And then it's like, if the body had been in there this whole time, why didn't anyone smell it? You see what I mean? Like, none of it makes sense. My thoughts is that someone put that body in David's car between September 5th to the 7th, which would explain why the smell automatically starts smelling, because for one, you're in LA heat. For one, it's in the front of a Tesla, a very small compartment. There's no oxygen getting to that area, which would explain why the decomposition happened so quickly and so rapidly, which would explain why the smell became so potent during that time frame, because the car had been sitting in the heat, allegedly. If her body had been in that car that whole time, I don't understand why you wouldn't smell it there. It's in the same trunk, the same heat. Why did that only start smelling in the impound lot? Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think he did it.
Very, very good point there. Very good point from this TikToker. I don't know enough about him to make a judgment on him, to be honest with you, but it is very, very strange unless someone who had killed her had set him up, or is someone he may know that is also knows her as well. Very odd case. So let's read what people are saying in the chat, people. He was cleared as a suspect, but I genuinely don't know what happened. Just want to see some of the replies to this. He was never cleared. When did they say he was cleared as a suspect? No, he's helping basically the police out with investigations at the end of the day, but nothing's proven that he's involved at this present moment. Aren't there cameras at the impound lot? You would have thought so. As if people are going over there to steal stuff, car stuff. There are, but the body was in it before it was towed. The whole reason it was towed was BC it smelled and was there and not moving for more than 72 hours. It had to be, but we don't know what all the evidence police have. Very true. That girl was living with him for a whole year. If he didn't do it, he knows who did. Possible. That's possible. He paid someone to do it. Why are we lying? If he didn't, he knows who did. So he's still guilty. Maybe Dave's father. What if it's the other Celeste who killed her? It was the music industry framing him. Wow. There's a lot going on, to be honest with you. And look, he's not guilty of anything at the moment, but it's still bizarre that this sadly dead teenager was found in his car and he was technically having a relation with her and she was underage as well. You've got to look at that as well. She was 13 when he met her and died at 15. That's absolutely crazy. Let me know what you think, people. Don't forget to subscribe to Streamline Entertainment and follow the channel. Thank you.